Hey everyone, this is Mouse with the Pokemon 5e DM dashboard. Figured I'd do a little video here for anyone who is interested in utilizing the dashboard and had some questions during first time setup. So, what I'm doing is I'm going through section 6 of the DM dashboard user guide here that is in the Google Drive link. And on the left, this is the root of the link that I share out with all the source code, source files. On the right is a brand new Gmail account that I created just for testing purposes here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to right click and we're going to make a copy of the DM dashboard. If you click download, it's going to create a Microsoft Excel export, which is no bueno. We want to keep this all within Google Docs. So you'll notice that it dropped this in the root of my Google Drive. This is because you don't have write permissions to, the source area that I share out. So this will just dump it in the root over here. So we have the DM dashboard now. We're just going to, rename it, get rid of the copy of. Then we're going to do the same thing for a couple of the trainer templates. So we're going to do the setup here based on a campaign with two PCs. So same deal, once it's done creating a copy, it's going to dump them in the root of your Google Drive. There we go. So now I'm going to rename them, and we'll call this one Steve. Let's call this one Mike. So now we've got the files. We've got our DM dashboard, we've got our two trainer PCs. Now we need to connect them together and make sure they can talk to one another. So we're going to open up the DM dashboard on the left here. Then we're going to go to this admin tab. So within the admin tab, there's a bunch of settings down here to control, your rarity, your spawn types, your difficulty scaling. These are variables that you can change with the script calls. We're going to focus on the Google Sheets settings here. So you don't need to fill out everything in yellow. This is just letting you know that, per PC, these are the things you need to fill out. So what we're going to do first is for the DM sheets, for the DM dashboard, we're going to put the sheet ID in here. The sheet ID is actually part of the URL that we're just going to extract, so it comes after the /d/ and it ends just before /edits. So that's good there. We're going to open up Steve and Mike and do the same thing. So Steve, right after the /d/, let's grab that. Oops, so we're going to go Steve, that's his sheet ID, and then we're going to go Mike, grab the ID, Mike, sheet ID. Okay, so now everybody knows how to talk to each other. Now we need to give the DM dashboard the ability to perform all the automation and all the interaction between the sheets. So we're going to go Tools and Script Editor. This is going to open up the Google Apps script user interface here. We're going to take our untitled project and call it, I don't know, Pokemon Test or something. Then we're going to go back to the original link that I shared out and go to this code.gs. We're going to simply Control A, Control C, Control A, Control V, and save it. Now all of the sheets know, the sheet IDs and who to talk to. It has the code. Now it needs the authorization to run. So the first time that we try to spawn, let's say a level 1 Bulbasaur, I'm going to click spawn. It's going to say authorization required. What's happening here is that you are authorizing your Google Apps script project that you created with my code. You can review and look how terrible it is if you want, to run against your DM dashboard and your trainer sheets that exist in your Google Drive account. So there's no granting me permissions. This is not me having control of your Google account. This is your sheet authorizing your project to run against your drive. So we're going to click continue. We're going to, hi cat. We're going to do mouse test, go advanced, unsafe, go away. And then we're going to click allow. All right, now everybody can talk to one another. So we have the Steve sheet on the right. Let's go ahead and spawn a level 1 Bulbasaur using those multiple dimensions of randomness here. So you'll notice the script has finished up here. Also, when it turns blue, you'll know that all of the processing has done. He randomly happens to be holding an Aspear Berry. And so now let's go back to the DM dashboard. let's go ahead and send this Bulbasaur. I'll send it to Steve. Click send. And after a moment, the Bulbasaur will disappear. Bulbasaur has been sent to Steve, and look at that. We have the new Bulbasaur. So that's pretty much it. If you're curious about functionality and all these extra buttons and settings, I can certainly do another video. So just let me know. Otherwise, feel free to contact me directly if you need help. I'm more than happy to do some troubleshooting sessions. But otherwise, that's it. You're good to go. Happy DMing.